If there's three things in this world that are for certain, it's death, taxes, and the Jadyns cycle. For those of you that are not familiar with the Jadyns cycle, allow me to explain. The Jadyns cycle is a phrase coined by the YouTuber John Swan. You see, it's used to describe Jadyn's mental breakdowns and how they will play out. You see, all these breakdowns that Jadyn has all follow a vague cycle, and always have. But you see, through these cycles, it seems that maturity is completely out the door, and, well, Jadyn says some nasty shit. So that's my purpose here today, to talk about these breakdowns, or at least the two most recent ones. Just for me to clarify, Relolyn and Jadyn are the exact same person. This whole breakdown happened about a little over a month ago, and it was over the debate of religion. Look, you believe what you want to believe. I personally am an atheist, but even what I saw Jadyn say disgusted me. Now look, I don't know the initial tweet that actually sparked Jadyn's meltdown. All I know is it just got really heated really quick. My only guess at what actually started this whole meltdown may have been the fact that they've been criticized in the past for making fun of religion. But hey, I'm just gonna get right to the point. It began with Relolyn calling people who are religious mentally weak. I find this ironic coming from a dude who says they cry because of Twitter. Tipster ends up seeing Jaylyn's tweet and makes a comment about it.
Gee, I'm religious too. Guess that means I'm mentally weak, lol. For the record, I respect all people's beliefs, religious or not, nor do I try force my religious beliefs down people's throats. But I do think it's kind of shitty to dump on people like this because they believe something you don't.
Jaylyn responds,
"Religion is an outdated concept. We aren't cavemen. We are an advanced society. We literally can go to space and back. Any sort of critical thinking can debunk every religion. Society can only move forward if people open their eyes to the truth."
Tipster ends with,
Glad to know that someone like Jadyn is here, who I've been extremely supportive of for quite some time, thinks I'm mentally weak just because I believe in something that brings me purpose in life. Nice meme, homie.
Yeah, man, you've been really supportive. You're a real piece of shit. You just randomly snap on me from time to time and bring up I accepted you, so you must always agree with my takes. You show your true colors from time to time. They will see it.
kinda looks like Jadyn got the role swapped, didn't they? It eventually escalates to a point where Jadyn starts comparing religion to Nazism, saying that religion is to be put in the same category as a group of people that killed millions of people just because they were Jewish, ultimately climaxing to,
I hope World War II happens to all religious people.
yeah, saying that you hope a Holocaust happens to some people just because they have a belief in something higher than themselves. Definitely a great person that can be trusted. This complete meltdown ended with Relolyn releasing, in my opinion, a half-assed apology and a twit longer. So this meltdown was very recent, to be honest. It was not even a week ago. And all of this was sparked over one video. Now, it looks like an innocent video, but most people wouldn't have reacted in this way if, one, it wasn't for the topic, and two, the tweet that Jadyn had released a few hours earlier calling people out for this exact thing. Doing this made Jadyn look like a hypocrite, and people began calling them out, rightfully so. Another reason why people had an issue with this video is there was no fundraiser attached. Jadyn later says in their apology that they didn't know about this feature, even though having 200,000 subscribers, which I kind of call it blatant bullshit, and they said they'd be donating the money from the video to charity, but they also spammed the shit out of the keywords, which makes it seem that Relolyn had a different intention. As the quantity of people calling Jadyn out continued to rise, so did Jadyn's aggression, dismissing rightful criticism as just hate, trying to paint those who disagreed with Jadyn as horrible people, who
Just wants to destroy the one thing they care about.
then they released their YouTube stats on their latest video, and it made them look like a bigger clown than they already were, and definitely did not help their case. Sensitive Society comes in and makes fun of Jadyn's title of their video, and well, they're kinda pissed, and I don't think they were happy. Telling Sensitive Society to kill himself on multiple occasions, and then, well, their account gets then suspended due to, well, saying kill yourself. What a very mature and adult thing to do when somebody makes fun of the title of a video. But that suspension really didn't stop Jadyn from coming back and tweeting on one of their alts. Jadyn then becomes entirely frightened because Optimus ends up getting light of the situation, continues to argue with Optimus, and well, Optimus gets pissed, and a video is being created on Jadyn. Jadyn is absolutely freaking out, so what do? They release a response video to cover their ass in damage control. And what was their excuse for their actions? it was because of Twitter.
And what people don't understand about Twitter is it's not the same as YouTube or Discord or real life. Twitter, you're meant to be toxic. When people have different opinions, they don't just say, okay, they fight. They fight and they force other people to share their opinion. That's basically the goal of Twitter. You're trying to convince people to believe what you believe. And nobody ever backs down. If you back down, well, you're cringe. You're a loser. So with that mindset, it can kind of explain why I continue to just fight with people.
As more and more people got light of the story, Jadyn became more stressed and even resorted to trying to bribe people to shut up about it. Later on, Optimus releases his video. Jadyn completely freaks out and completely submits and releases a response video to that, basically admitting fault because what else could he have done when, well, Optimus ripped him a new one. But I'd like to point out one clip.
And I'm gonna be staying off of Twitter for the next couple months just so nothing like this happens again. I'm just gonna focus on my YouTube channel and I'm hoping we can all move on from this.
Not even a few hours after that, I checked Jadyn's Twitter, and would you know it, I checked their likes and they were already liking shit again. You couldn't even be bothered to stick to your word for a day. Not even a day afterward, they had already threw up a tweet saying that they're back on their grind. You see, this is why I feel that Jadyn's apologies aren't even genuine. I feel like they're just shields used to block out drama so they don't have to deal with it anymore. I mean, if it was true, it makes sense why the whole Jalen cycle even exists. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it.